Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So we are still in the channel, and I think this level here that we're in, and it's pretty much a zone more than a level, but let's just leave it at that. That is what needs to break for this to continue to the upside. Okay, otherwise this channel is going to turn into a flag. There's no clear signal on the 8 hour at the moment. There's been 3 hours of rejection and then buyers coming in. So this area here is pretty much confused, probably stronger to the buyers at the moment, but for me, we're going to have to get above 117.807 for me to even start looking at this thing for longs. Okay, any pullback onto the bottom of the channel is probably an opportunity to buy, but then you're looking for price action like that. Okay, so you're looking for a tweeted bottom like that, or pin bars, or inside bars, or engulfing bars. That's a price action I'm looking for off a level, and that would have been a valid long to the top. At the moment, nothing really transpiring. I think we need to wait for that to go, or you're going to see another pullback. So yeah, still money in pocket for me, not really interested in that one. US dollar, Japanese yen, pretty interesting one. I've left our block in from yesterday. So we had this area here that we were looking at. Let's delete that. You can see rejection, 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 indecision, and then confirmation. So this is rejecting off this level. Okay, and you can see why this level's in. Look at all these tails on that area. Fairly strong level, this. And that's 106.061. You can see the bounce down. Now, the trend is up at the moment. So I would expect buyers to come in down here at 105.720. Okay, so that's kind of the view here. Nothing really different from the hour, and you can see that congestion, and it did look like it was forming a triangle, a flat top triangle, which is probably why this massive move. This has been, stop loss has been triggered as greedy people were jumping in on this, pretty much probably retail traders like you and I as well, that saw the pattern and decided, no, they're going to get in now because this is a flat top triangle, move up. We're looking for the second move up, and the institutions know that, basically driving it down to trigger the stops, and this is stops being triggered. Okay, anyway, what are we looking for? We are looking for, oops, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for that to there. So here's my level. There's another little level just below that. Okay, I'm taking up this gap over here. It's in the middle of nowhere, but in my experience, that's pretty much what gets tagged most of the times. So I would expect this just to continue drifting down, and we're looking for 105.792, 105.766, or alternatively 105.720. Now, looking at the moving averages, it does look like we've had a trend reversal. However, my rules are quite simple. Until there's a rejection of a level and a continuation down, you still go with the trend. And right now, the 1 hour trend is up. Okay, so it's low, higher low, and this is still a higher low. It's going to have to break below here before it gets the proper confirmation for me at the moment. Okay, so this is opportunity to buy, and in this zone down here, not right where we are at the moment, but a little bit further down. Okay. And the psychology here is quite simple. Those are the retail traders that got hurt here, and some of them wouldn't have had stops in, and they'd be crying at the moment as well. So the psychology is going to be come down, come up, and then don't be too surprised to see this thing break this level and move higher. And you know what that does to you from a psychologist's perspective. And then what happens is people start leaving their trades in. Because look what happens. I was right, I'm always right, and then on that day it moves even further, and that's how people get trapped and hurt properly. Anyway, speaking from experience there, British pound, US dollar, we have pretty much nothing going on. These two levels we gave you yesterday are still driving the market right now. So 130 to the upside and 128.776 to the downside. Until that goes, I have zero interest in this market. However, we do have this potential inverse head and shoulders brewing. Here's your shoulder, here's your head, here's your other shoulder. So a break above 130 is definitely going to get me long, and at least for the measured move of that head and shoulders. Okay, so at this stage, we are holding the trend line, but we are going sideways, so it's money in pocket for me. New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen, this is really starting to look very interesting at the moment. So where price is at the moment, I'm just going to do that. You can see a lot of support that was found here, and we did break through it once, we broke through it twice. We haven't really found support on it again like we did here, but I do believe that that is about to change. So look at the price action here. Let's just get the bottom level in. Okay, so I'm taking the swing lows here, and there's a swing high, there's a swing low. So it's not as much action as the one above it, but this is fairly strong, and we have rejected it. So remember the rules. I'm looking for inside bars, I'm looking for pin bars, I'm looking for engulfing bars. And on higher time frames, it's even better. So what I have here, I have an inside bar, I have an inside bar, but it's also sort of a pin bar, and I have another inside bar. So I have pretty much a multitude of inside bars. So all of these bodies fit inside this first candle. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even that one, 6, fit inside the body of this first candle. So that is a very bullish setup. That is a range, pretty much. So it spiked down, gone into range, and now we're looking for a break of that range to the upside. So where is that break? It does look like it is about to happen. So I want to see a clear break and retest of 69.943. Okay, clear break and a clear retest. We've had a break, but that's not a retest. We're dropping below it. This may turn out to be a pin bar. We've still got some time to go. But that is the setup I'm looking for at the moment. So Europe Open, this is probably the one that I'm most interested in. And what I'm looking for is pretty much a move equal to the height of this range here. Okay, and that's going to take me pretty much, that could take me to the previous highs up here, but I think this is a safer bet. Look for take profit here around 70.25. Okay, so that's pretty much a one-to-one trade, because your stop loss, well, your stop loss can be below this pin bar here. Okay, so stop loss below 69,700. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking for. Just wait for the structure. It's got to hold this 69.943, otherwise it's coming all the way down here. The other scenario that you could utilize is a pullback here and then forming a pin bar off this trend line. That would get me as an early entry as well. Okay, so that's a fairly decent setup there on New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. British pound, Japanese yen, nothing really happening. We've been going sideways. Indecision bar here at the moment as well. We do have an engulfing bar, we do have a pin bar, and it is off some structure, well, sort of. Problem is, no, the pin bar is, but this is not. So the engulfing bar is not, but the pin bar is. So I'm not really too excited about that when I look at it on the 8 hour, and I'm definitely not excited about that on the 1 hour. So moving swiftly along, that is ranging, not interested in that. Aussie dollar, US dollar. Now, remember yesterday we spoke about, or not yesterday, day before yesterday, we were looking at this potential double bottom. We did get the break, and now we are pretty much coming back up. Now, the double bottom is still in play, although not really, doesn't excite me at the moment. It does look like we are trying to reverse back to the upside. So we have formed a higher high, okay, a double top higher high. We've broken down and we have formed a higher low. So there was the low, this is still a higher low. Okay, yes, it is a lower low to that point, but you know, it's a minor swing low. This is a fairly decent swing low. So what we need to do is just have a look at the 1 hour. So looking at the hour, you can see congestion here. no, not really looking to play this until we get above this level of 0.71937. So once we get above that pullback retest, that would be interesting for me. Alternatively, a pullback onto structure here on the hour, something like that, could get me long with a stop below the previous swing low and targeting this upside here. Smallish trade, but that's probably the only thing that I can see there. British pound, Aussie dollar, looking at the 8 hour, that is total confusion at the moment. And moving on to the 1 hour, we are trending down. We are in a triangle, actually. There it is there. Oops, not like that, it's like that. There's our triangle. Until that breaks, either way, I'm staying out of this, but I'm probably going to stay out of this anyway, because look at that. That is going left to right, purely sideways. I mean, it's not really starting at the top of my screen and moving the bottom, or starting at the bottom and moving the top. It's moving straight across like flat line. So yeah, I'm staying out of that. That is money in pocket scenario for me. You probably have some scalps here. You know, breaks above 1 hour bars and then move down, or break down, also break down, move up and then down again. But I'm not interested in that. There's nothing really there. Okay, so New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen is probably the best bet at the moment. Nothing else really transpiring. And then obviously the US dollar pairs, we'll have to wait and see what transpires. I have a feeling this is going to reverse and move back to the upside, but I think I'm going to watch that and I'm going to trade it, so don't take my word for it. But I do believe that we're going to get a stronger dollar for some reason. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. I hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.